I saw a lot growing up, and as a kid, you're exposed to a lot, you know. I remember seeing, police raiding houses and, going in, and, I just saw this guy at the store, and today he's being arrested, and a kid walking down the street, and there's two guys shooting at each other, and, stray bullet hits the kid. And these are the type of things we see, and it happens often.
There's perception, then there's reality. For junior safety Jordan Diggs, the neighborhood he grew up in seemed worlds away from the brochure beaches and palm trees of Fort Myers, Florida.
My area, the Dunbar community, I would say it's rough for a kid, being that there's so much temptation. The corner store is here, and you're going to get a soda, and there's junkies there, there's drug dealers there, there's you're interacting with these people every day.
We at Cheney's Barbershop. This is the centerpiece of the community. Just about every high school player, you could say, gets their haircut from this man right here.
There's so many outside temptations as far as the pretty cars or, the glamorized life of, of drugs or whatever. Yeah, having nice things, not being patient.
And there's gun activity, people being killed, just right, all of this is going on right around you. So I had to use sports to keep me away from doing the wrong things.
Really in Fort Myers, man, there's so much talent here that the world don't get to see just because of bad situations and it's just the stuff that we go through here.
A lot of them kind of get off track, man, but this area is rich with talent. I mean, top tier talent.
It's a lot of more kids like that was way more talented. You just go through so much. It's like, it's a pit here that just holds on some people and they can't make it.
A lot of temptations in the town, but overall, the guys that volunteer their time from Pop Warner football all the way up.
Guys like my dad.
Yeah, a guy like his father. I mean, you looked up to him. I remember him playing football, number 42.
Jordan's dad, Shed Diggs, was one of Dunbar's earliest football products, reaching stardom in the mid-'80s at the University of South Carolina.
It was kind of like my dad was a superstar. My dad was some sort of celebrity. So, to be in the truck with him and we're riding through and we're passing by neighborhoods and everyone's waving their hand, "Hey, Mr. Shed, how you doing?" And him speaking to people and everyone having so much respect for him, it was awesome.
He's like Mr. Mom. He's on task. He's at the school. If it's a problem, the schools always have had a good relationship with him where they could call him. He's always there, not only checking on our kids, but on kids that he's coaching in football.
While Shed was putting on a good face in public, he was privately battling a much darker side. There's a fine line in the Dunbar community. Shed Diggs was living proof of the opportunities football could provide. But now, after his playing days were over, he was becoming a victim of the very temptations he was trying to protect his kids from.
My dad was in my life, heavy before the situation. It was just him wanting to be in our lives, and his family is the biggest thing for him.
He made such a strong impact or a mark on their lives when he was here.
Me being the youngest at the time, he spent a lot of time with me. I remember multiple fishing trips and, us just spending that time, and I cherished that, I really did.
The warning signs began to mount, and little did they know, their days with their father were numbered.
When I started seeing gaps in the structure or the kids calling and saying, "Hey, Dad didn't pick us up," or "We are at practice, what happened?" and that, and I'm like, "Well, where were you?" So, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? Then something happened at his job and he got laid off. And then that was like, wow, okay, something's going on.
I remember getting up to go to school, same routine, Dad waking us up, Dad telling me to iron my clothes, he's ironing clothes, and him saying, "I'll see you when you get home, son. See you when you get home."
When Jordan got home, his father was gone. Shed was arrested for drug distribution and sentenced to a 10-year term in federal prison.
You know, for a 12-year-old kid, it was a lot. It was really a lot thrown at me, and it kind of shook my world up a bit. The toughest part was that he was gone, and it's like life was so great with him, and then he goes away, and now we're facing struggles that I had never seen before. I remember getting to talk to him. He was trying to express to me what happened, and I just started breaking down. He was, you know, son, I have to deal with this. It's my mistake. I have to deal with the consequences. I love you. I'm going to be here for you.
Shed's arrest left Altimia reeling. Their home had recently caught fire, leaving them in a 650 square foot rental property across the street. And a struggling economy was already straining the two-income family.
It was the worst time in my life. If I could have chose this to happen, that was the worst time ever. So I'm out here trying to work minimum wage with 7 kids. So he left me with all that.
It was like, okay, I went from playing outside with my friends and, you know, doing stuff that normal 12-year-old kids would do, to my mom telling me, hey son, I gotta work late tonight. I need you to make sure the kids bathe and, you know, feed them and make sure they go to sleep on time.
You know, we kind of had to restructure and regroup.
Jordan's mom came up with a new plan, Bishop Verot High School, a Catholic school on the other side of town, a place where Jordan would be surrounded with discipline and separated from the temptations that ensnared his father.
And I believe strongly in education, and that was going to be their way out. Their father believed in the sports and athletics, and my thing was always that your athletic ability will make room for you to get the education that's going to prepare you in life.
For my mom to get me outside of that community, I got a chance to see, you know, kids that were from different backgrounds and kids that came up different from me, had different childhood experience, and it actually helped me because I was able to think outside of what was going on at home. She's just always been there for me. My mom is, I know for sure, my biggest supporter. She's always believed in me, even believing in me when I didn't have the confidence to believe in myself. And she always pushed me to just keep going, just keep trying.
It seemed as though everything was getting better until once again, tragedy struck the Diggs family. With Shed in prison, Jordan's mother developed a friendship with Constantine Bailey, a customer at her salon. Mr. B, as Jordan calls him, came during the time Altimia was struggling and helped her get the family back on solid footing.
Next thing you know, we hear gunshots, pow, 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 pow.
I had just come in that night to take a shower, and it was maybe like 1 in the morning, 12:01. I walked in, got in the shower, and just from the point of coming in the back door, getting in the shower, coming out of the shower and hearing gunshots, and he was gone.
6 days before Jordan's National Signing Day, Bailey was gunned down while smoking a cigar on the back porch of the Diggs family home. To this day, his murder goes unsolved.
I had never experienced anything like that. I had seen just about everything, but to really see something happen, you know, so tragic, so close to home, it was devastating at the time. I remember not feeling safe in my neighborhood, in that community for months. You know, just things just didn't feel right anymore.
You know, I don't have but good memories, good thoughts, because from the time he's been gone, we haven't had anything shut off or anything. It's just like he helped us get back, you know, in our place or on our path. I
sort of look at Mr. B like an angel, you know, that was sent to protect me and my family. I would like to believe that, you know, he went down fighting to protect us.
This is the House of Fame here. One of my grandsons, he played for the Gators, and now he's playing for the Eagles. My son, he played for Missouri, Kansas State, then Jacksonville Jaguars for a little while. These are some of my other grandsons that are headed up the ladder. This is Jeremy, which went to South Carolina. And the big boy here is Jordan, which I'm expecting great things for him because I know God gonna bless him.
With a family full of college and NFL standouts, Jordan knew his destiny. It was his time to live out the family dream in South Carolina.
South Carolina says if you want to be a Gamecock, you have a scholarship to the University of South Carolina. I flip. We go home, I tell my mom, it's like, Mom, I'm going to South Carolina, and they offer me. It's a really big deal, being that, that was always the family dream. All of the boys going to South Carolina, kind of following in my dad's footsteps and, continuing the legacy. I saved South Carolina for last. They were the last visit I took, and it was the only visit my mom got a chance to make with me. So once I got here, it was like, I love this, I love that, I love that, I love that. Mom, I think I want to go here.
My family was there, my stepdad went there. Me and my brothers, our grandma stayed there. We went there every summer. So it was just South Carolina, and it felt at home.
Most people don't get a chance to live their dream. NFL was always an aspiration of mine. I played football, I love the sport, so I wanted to go to the next level. But this was my dream, to come here, to play at this school, for my dad to get to see me play at this school, for my family to be in the stands, for me to wear 42 and have success on the field, just like Shed Diggs. It was my dream, and for me to be here, it's awesome. I still have moments where I sit back and be like, boy, I'm here.
Y'all know what time it is, right? Y'all know it's game day, right?
I wear jersey number 42, being that my dad wore 42 when he was here. And it was a special thing for me. It kind of goes back to me just always looking up to him and having so much respect for my father and the kind of man that he was. I remember putting the jersey on my official visit, and it was like, yeah, this is me, boy. I'm gonna wear this number. So it also meant a lot, being that my dad was in his situation. So I kind of felt like every time I put on that jersey, I was carrying my whole family on my back. I just felt that if I could some kind of way shed light on, that and kind of sort of say restore my family's good name instead of everyone referring to Shed Diggs, the guy that got in trouble and made some mistakes. They say, I remember Shed Diggs, and remember he played at South Carolina, and his son's playing there. It was more so that rather than just wearing a jersey. It was way bigger than just numbers. I've never asked him, but I'm pretty sure me wearing that number means a lot to him. And I would hope it means just as much to him as it means to me, because it's special. It really is.
And the Gamecocks have got it. It's Jordan Diggs.
While he lives out his dad's dream for him on the field, Jordan hasn't forgotten his promise to his mother, making sure his future isn't NFL or bust.
South Carolina's been a growing experience from day one. It's been awesome. Just to come in and have a great, academic support system, and Maria Hickman and, everyone working at the Doty, and, to have great coaches, molding me, and my mom, I think I was able to grow.
Jordan has always been very focused. I mean, from the time he stepped on campus, graduation was something that we've talked about. He wanted to know how he could graduate early. Is grad school an option? Internship opportunities? He's always had those types of questions. So he's been a very hard worker, very dedicated, and very studious as a football player.
Academically, I've surprised myself actually with the great support you have here, and all of the different resources you can use if you need them to be successful in the classroom.
Jordan, in my eyes, his biggest accomplishment, other than before he graduates, because he will graduate, is the fact that he has been an academic honor roll since he's been at Carolina.
The SEC honor roll is a big deal, and that's any student who earns a 3.0 or better in their season per their sport. And we have led that in the past 8 years, and so that's a big accomplishment for us here at South Carolina.
I was able to, excel on the field and, live out my football dreams, but also, get a great academic, foundation and, go on to get a degree. That's big for my mom and me.
The whole key was you give your dad the NFL, but I just want a degree. I just want to flood my walls. That's thank you.
I know I've done a lot of things right, and I think that, other kids can look at me and say, well, you know, if he's got through this and he's got through that, if I push myself and I apply myself and use the resources I have here, I can excel as well.
On the field, Jordan channels his life experiences into unmatched intensity and passion for the game.
To be coming out and to really hear that stadium shake when you're in your locker, and you know, this is just moments before we break it down and we get ready to come out through that tunnel, and just to get in there and just see the smoke go and the music start to play, and to come out, it was just like, man, I made it. It was like I broke through, I've overcome everything, and I'm here now.
He plays like it's just the whole world's on his back, and he just got so much pain in him, and you can see it on the field. That's why he's good at what he's doing. His aggression just takes him to the next level.
Just each snap I get is me constantly reminding myself, hey, you weren't supposed to be here. You were the kid that, you know, faced so many things. You could have easily did this. Play for all the kids that didn't get a chance to stay on the straight path. Play hard for the kids that played in Part 1 or that, you know, veered off on the wrong track and wish they had this opportunity. Really cherish this, and I just really try to relish in the moments when I'm out there, and knowing that I got my father in my corner and that he's supporting me and he wants the best for me. It's going to be awesome just for him to be there, you know, physically be there. He didn't get to, you know, experience high school ball with me, even though I was having success. He didn't get a chance to, you know, take those visits with me and have those father-son moments, you know. So all of the things we missed out on, I feel like the emotions I felt when he missed those moments, they'll all be washed away just by him being there, physically being there. You know, for him to be at a game, it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be very special. I think it's gonna mean a lot to me and him.